4 News starts right now.
When I check back in with Steve.
All right, sounds good.
Next on First News at 4, Seattle chocolates. How one woman turned a passion for chocolate into a money-making business. We'll be right back. For the CEO of hometown candy company Seattle Chocolates, you can definitely say that success can be very, very sweet. For as long as she remembers, Jean Thompson says she's eaten a piece of chocolate every day of her life. That's not a bad life. That kind of dedication got her featured in a recent issue of More magazine about women who switched careers in midlife and found a whole new future. Well, Jean joins us today. Welcome to First News at 4.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for bringing all of these goodies. You have quite the fascinating story about what inspired you to get your start in Seattle Chocolates, because you were a mom transitioning back into the working world.
That's right. We were the owners, or the majority owners of Seattle Chocolates at the time, but just were investors and weren't involved in the day-to-day operation. And I have 2 children, and when the youngest went off to kindergarten, I was looking for something to do. So I had a background in marketing from Microsoft and high tech mostly. My husband suggested, why don't you go in and see if you can help Seattle Chocolates with the marketing? And when I got involved, next thing I know, within 6 weeks, the current CEO quit.
Oh my goodness.
And I was left holding the reins.
Speaking of holding the reins and having a big workload, how do you balance work and your family? How do you juggle both?
Well, I have a really great staff that works for me, including a partner in it, my president, who does probably the most of the hours. But I'm just really good about making sure that I'm at the field trips and I'm at the events as much as I can, and then working not a whole lot more than 40 hours a week, and after the kids go to bed, putting in a few more hours.
A lot of women deal with that,
yeah.
and the key is finding the balance. Yeah. The chocolates that you brought for us. Chocolate has been stigmatized in the past, and we've all heard, I think, what are myths now. It causes zits and things like that. And talk about how far chocolate has come, because there's quite the variety nowadays.
Yeah, chocolate got a real boost in the early 2000s from a whole bunch of studies that were done on the health benefits. And it's a very complex substance, and it has antioxidants, and it's actually pretty good for you. It is pretty fattening, so you have to eat it in moderation, but I think we now, instead of having to hide it in our drawer as, this donut or, some sort of a problem, we can eat it now with some comfort and share it and that kind of thing. But it has come a long way since the health benefits came out. Consumers are eating it more.
Talk about the darker chocolates, right? They say the darker the better for you.
Well, yeah, the dark and the milk chocolate have the antioxidants in it, whereas the white does not.
And the flavors that you guys have, talk about that.
We have 10 different bar flavors there, so we have about 5 with dark chocolate. This one's new,
Rainier
the coconut.
Coconut.
And that's in a dark chocolate. And then we have what we call perfect peanut butter, which is dark over a white center with
Who doesn't
peanut butter.
like peanut butter and chocolate?
Exactly.
Come on. Okay.
And then we have cappuccino, and espressos are our #1 selling bar, because I think the Seattle name.
The coffee and chocolate.
Connotes a coffee expertise.
And these are just delightful little truffles.
Right, and so we
all different
package
flavors
those in these different gift boxes.
Jean, who are the biggest customers here in Seattle? The chocolate consumers, I guess.
Oh, the chocolate. Well, the consumers are you and me and a lot of other people, and you can get them. Our customers, because we sell wholesale, are Whole Foods and Made in Washington and Central Market and Metropolitan Market, and Bartell's carries them too.
Now, we know you work for the company, but do you have a particular favorite that you enjoy as far as flavor of chocolate?
Yeah, interestingly enough, it's the blackberry truffle, which is, I usually don't mix my fruit and my chocolate. I like them as separate food groups. But this one's really good because it's got a kind of a sweet tart center enrobed in dark chocolate, and it's just a really nice treat.
Are you guys working on any flavors that you can kind of give us a clue about, or?
Well, actually, last year we came out with 2, and I don't think we're really doing a whole lot of R&D this year because we have so many, and
it is quite,
for now, it's good.
The delicious variety. Thank you so much for being here, Jean, sharing your story.